Sir, just two suggestions for my project, sir.
No,
just two suggestions.
Panda, you speak.
Just two suggestions from my constituency.
Thank you
Sir,
for giving
Minister
me this
knows
opportunity.
Sewri planting new line work
Sir,
that is
speak with this disturbance,
undergoing. That project should be taken care of, including Sandhya Gandhi new line. Bhai Kauri Gacha to be expedited. Sir, ROB at Lalpur near Bolpur Shantiniketan station to be taken up immediately.
No, you gave writing to the minister. What are things you can give the right minister?
And
Dr. Ramchar, you can give in writing. That is enough. Panda, you can continue.
two of us can't speak at the same
Restoration
time.
of train
Sir,
services on the Pandaveswar Palastali section.
Thank you, sir. Sir. Okay. I think they can resolve their differences in Kolkata, sir. I will. Sir.
Okay, that is all. Okay, Mr.
Sir.
Panda. Okay.
Okay. Sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sir, this will carry on. This will carry on without end, sir.
A senior member, please, you are minister. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Take your seat. Please take. No, you take. Please take your seat. When I am on legs, you have to sit. Please.
Sir.
When I am on my legs, you stay. Please take. Nothing will go on the cut. You Panda.
Thank you, sir.
I can't.
Sir. Thank you for giving me.
No,
this.
you are exciting me.
Sir.
See, when I was in legs, you have to sit. First, you know the courtesy. You have to know the courtesy. When I was in my legs, you have to sit. Don't listen to me. When I was in my legs, please take your seat. Don't dictate terms. No. See, that is left. No. The house decided to go up to 8 o'clock. That is left. Whether we have to zero or not, left afterwards. Therefore, you can Panda, you proceed.
Thank you, sir. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on the railway budget. Sir, some previous esteemed colleagues raised the issue of why. Please allow me to speak. Please allow me to speak.
Please, don't disturb him. Let him speak. Panda, you continue.
Thank you for giving
Please
me
take your
this
seat.
Sir, please.
Take seat and discuss. Don't interrupt the house when this is going on. You are a senior minister.
Sir, some earlier esteemed colleagues have raised the point about why we are carrying on this colonial tradition of discussing a separate railway budget in Parliament. The point, sir, is not just that it is a colonial tradition, but that the railways is not simply another transport sector. We don't have a budget for airlines here. We don't have a budget for roadways here. The railways plays a vital role in the development of our nation. And the country expects the railways. It is one of the most vital cogs in the engine of the economy. So one of its main purposes is to make sure that the country's economy develops. Another of the most important aims is to provide a basic accessibility, a basic connectivity to our most deprived citizens. But often when we talk about the regional imbalances that some of my colleagues talked about, we are given a stock reply that the railways doesn't have funds. Please. The railways doesn't have funds, and that is why it is not able to invest in those areas. Unfortunately, I am not a poet. Unlike some of my colleagues, I cannot recite shairi. But as a humble engineer, I will give some statistics. I will give some hard facts from the Ministry of Railways itself to demonstrate that they are not meeting this national objective. And the saddest part, sir, is that it is not that the money is not available. They are not using simple common sense and using the money for these purposes. And I will come to that in a moment, sir. Sir, the nation, one of the excuses given is that regional parties have had railways portfolio for many years. Ironically, those same regional parties today are complaining that they have not got a good deal in this budget. Sir, I want to point out that there are parts of this country that have got really left out, and we were hoping that perhaps maybe this argument was true. Now that a so-called national party has the portfolio, we will get fairness and justice. But I will show to you, sir, that this is not the case, and we have been really badly let down. I will use the example of my home state, Odisha, sir, not because of parochialism, but because it demonstrates in a very clear form this negligence, this discrimination, and most of all, sir, this lack of common sense where funds are available for these purposes, it is not being done. Sir, I want to point out, Odisha's rail density, that is the track kilometers per 1,000 square kilometers of area, is almost 30% below the national average. And yet it is surrounded by states from where railway ministers have held the portfolio who have higher than national average. You would expect that special attention should be paid to such areas. Particularly, sir, because 8 of the states of Odisha have no railways whatsoever. 8 of the districts of the state of Odisha have no railways whatsoever. 0. And these are, sir, primarily the tribal districts, the Adivasi districts, where our most deprived people live, where it is a national objective to build railway lines. These are the districts, sir, where Maoism and Naxalism is prevalent, because only our effort is to curb them with the gun. And although we say that we want to bring development, we are not bringing the most basic development to these districts, which is railways. Sir, the biggest irony is, and the Honorable Railway Minister is here in the House, one of the most senior, most important members of his party has given an assurance to the Adivasis, particularly the Adivasis of Odisha, because on a visit to Odisha, he gave an assurance that he would be their sentinel in Delhi. He would be their Sipahi in Delhi. And yet, it is precisely these districts that have got almost nothing, close to 0. Sir, that is for you to figure out, sir. Sir, my point is, when they give us the argument that the money is not there, passenger fares are not being raised because of populist pressures, we can see that, yes, they are losing about almost 25,000 crores per year on the passenger segment, which is made up on the freight segment. In fact, they are charging so much on the freight segment that to some extent, some sectors are becoming unviable, but they make a lot of money from their freight. And the biggest irony, sir, is it is precisely these parts of the country, precisely states like Odisha, precisely states like Malkangiri, precisely states like Koraput and Bolangir, where, I apologize, precisely states like Odisha and districts like these tribal districts, which I just mentioned, where there are freight opportunities, the railways is aware of it. This is where there are mineral mines, there are industrial investments going on, and this is where the railways makes its biggest amount of profit. The figure for Odisha, sir, they make 14,000 crores per annum of gross earnings. You would expect that in an area where they are making this kind of money, where there is a social objective because there are Adivasis, where there is Maoism, and there are all these deprived people, you would expect out of 14,000 crores gross earnings, at least 1,000 crores they would put back. My honorable friend from Hamirpur was saying that we should expect 4,000 crores. Sir, the state asked for 3,050 crores. We have got only 800 odd crores. It's a pittance. So the reality is, the money is being made in these areas. Deprived people live in these areas. 8 districts, about almost 1 crore of Adivasi people have no access. You are making the profits there, and you are not reinvesting that profit there. So this is the real tragedy, sir. Just to give you a couple of other examples, we are trying to build connectivity between the western and the southern, that is the Adivasi parts of Odisha, with the coastal part, which is more developed. There is the Khordha-Bolangir railway project, which has been going on for so many years that people have forgotten how many decades it has been going on for. This year, they have allocated only 3% of the budget that is required. There is no seriousness of completing any of these crucial projects, which has such a big impact. And I will give you another example, sir. Sir, my own constituency, Kendrapada, has been part of a railway plan which would connect certain of the mining districts with the ports. It will connect certain of the districts where there are industries. My Kendrapada has no industry, with the ports. So this project has been languishing for many years because it has been put under the PPP and no money was being put in. This year, only 7%, 72 crores has been allocated. If the money had been allocated for this is something that will give them extremely high returns, just like they are getting from other parts of Odisha and related areas. So they are not taking the commonsensical decision of making investment where there is high return, where it serves the national interest of building infrastructure for industrialization, for our economic growth, where it serves our deprived people. So this is why when an honorable member from the Treasury benches said that we have never seen a budget like this, sadly I have to agree that I have never seen a budget like this. Earlier I could understand that there were allegations of regional pressures, which is why places like ours got left out. But when today an allegedly national party has the portfolio, we should expect more fair play, we should expect more justice, we should expect common sense.